Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I want to make a quick little video on how to replace the easiest way to replace these bearings on these little Honda Civics. I've seen a lot of tutorials on replacing and pulling and getting all sorts of equipment and pressing wheel bearings in, but I've got a little bit simpler way. I've already done it to the driver's side of this car, and I figured I might as well show what I did. It saved me a ton of time. And the theory is kind of simple. You just go and replace the whole thing with a new hub, bearing, and this one has the little ball joint at the bottom. And I think these usually come with like new like hardware and stuff like that. I know they're expensive at O'Reilly's. I think O'Reilly's are like $200 and something each side. I ended up getting these off of Amazon. They're like half the price. And I'm going to try to make a quick little one take, so in case if somebody is considering doing this work, y'all can just kind of get an idea. Right now it is, come on, 4:16 in the afternoon. I'm gonna see how, it's not a race, but it saves a ton of time versus trying to pull bearings and stuff like that. So just stick with me and I'll show you how it's done. So here is the swap. Ultimately, and you remove the whole assembly, this little piece right here, ball joint, the bearing, the hub, and the spindle all gets replaced. So this one, you can hear it grinding a little bit. Sounds real bad. This one, nothing. Brand new. These are little cheapies, but it's either cheapies or this thing ain't getting fixed. And I think on Hondas, that's how a lot of people think on these things. No one really, I think these are still the original spindles or assemblies or whatever. I think I've got 240,000 miles on this car, and I don't think they've ever been touched, or the suspension's ever been touched. It's just the only tricky part to say doing this replacement here is probably removing that bottom control arm ball joint. A couple of swings of a 4-pound hammer and a good pickle fork makes easy work of that. So now I'm gonna put it all back together. So check this out. Everything is back in its place. Brakes are on, calipers on, the nut is torqued to spec. Everything, well, just that. I don't bother torquing anything else to spec. But yeah, the whole car is back together. Super simple. Took, I think, what time is it? 4:51. So from 4:16 when I started to 4:51, that's 35 minutes. Not bad. Simple, super simple fix. It helps if you have these impacts. these things are just lifesavers to put the wheel on and off and stuff like that. You do have to put some weight, kind of put some muscle into it. So I've got the jack stand, and I've got the jack just to kind of help balance out the car a little bit once I start like wailing on it. But yeah, super simple. Hope this helps in case if anybody's trying to do this work instead of sitting here and trying to pull bearings out and press them in and pull out the hub and save you a headache. But there is one thing you do got to look out for. These dust shields, I guess the way they're packaged in this like styrofoam thing, they might want to press up against, like these dust shields kind of are a little flimsy. I mean, even the OEM one's flimsy. I don't want to call this one flimsy, but they'll might make contact up against these brake rotors, like up towards the back there. So just take like a little screwdriver, pry it over just a little bit, just so that that disc is spinning real easy. It was making contact with the other side, and I couldn't figure out what it was until I realized, oh, it's just the dust shield touching the brake the brake disc. So hope this video helps, and I'll catch you guys later. All right, before I go, real quick, I went and test drove the car. Everything is fine. Wheel is back on, and I remembered I might have forgotten to kind of give a description about the cost for something like this. The way I was able to kind of justify it was a ball joint by itself is 15 bucks. A wheel bearing is about 30 bucks. A wheel hub is about another 30. So if you do 30, 30, and 15, you're looking at, say, those pieces individually are 75 bucks. Not including the time spent on pressing the bearing in, whether you do it yourself or have a shop do it, where I think a shop charges like 45 bucks to press in just a real simple bearing. And you also got to press in a ball joint. This thing's ball joints are terrible. These things are cooked. So you can tell right there, done for. And I mean, this thing needs an alignment anyways, so I kind of figured might as well replace it. It's like a free ball joint, you know? With that and just the amount in labor saved, I think replacing a whole cheap assembly is better than listening to the grinding of the busted wheel bearing. Personally, if I had other vehicles I can do this on, I totally would. If you got the tools to do it and the patience to do it, go for it. I haven't had any issues with the driver's side. Just in labor savings, it's worth it. These things cost, I think I paid $120 for this side, and I paid like $110 for the other side. I don't know why there's a price difference between left and the right side, but hey, it all worked out. And I hope this video saves you money and time, or even both. So I'll catch you guys later.